Yo, what's going on, guys? Just Live Sports, and we back in the bonus for episode 12 of the new podcast on YouTube. To the left of me, I got the most mysterious, smartest, good-looking human being on earth. To the left of me, Andy. What's going on,
I
baby?
appreciate it. I've been doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Being mysterious, huh?
Definitely.
All right. And to the left of Andy, we got Rex.
How you doing, Teddy?
Yo, we got Rex. You can hear him this time. Yeah, last time I messed up, so that's on me. Couldn't hear Rex, but now you can hear him, so we're all good.
Couldn't hear me at all.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was technical difficulties. We just.
Okay, wait. So is your podcast really new? If you're on episode 12 now?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty new because this is the first time I'm doing the podcast on YouTube. So like, we're kind of,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying?
I thought it was always on YouTube.
All right, you know what? It was never on YouTube.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
never on YouTube.
I thought all the episodes were on YouTube.
No, it was never on YouTube because I never had this set up.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyways, a lot of talks going on. Obviously, NFL. We got the offseason coming up within the next 4 days. Free agency is going to start, but some people have been re-signed. Some people have already been traded. Some people are on the trade block currently right now. So, we're just gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna talk about a couple guys. I got the handy dandy notebook.
Absolutely.
All right. So, first thing I want to talk about big trades for the Bears. They acquired it was Jonah Jackson. Shout out Pencrest because he played at Pencrest High School. Then he went to Ohio State. He was on the lines with Ben Johnson before. He's getting moved from now. I believe forget who he's on. I don't know. I forget who he's on. I'm sorry, but he gets traded to the Bears. Also,
Was it the Bengals or Chiefs?
it might have been the Bengals.
think
I don't know if it was. I don't think it was the Chiefs.
It might have been the Bengals.
But KC traded Joe Tooney. Is that who you're talking about? So they traded
Maybe.
Joe Tooney. And that's a huge another part of the offensive line. So Bears are building up the offensive line, giving Caleb Williams a chance to actually do something. So that's definitely gonna be something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. What was it, 63 sacks or pressures that he had last season? It was something ridiculous.
I mean, he was sacked the most in the NFL, but also like I said this before. I mean, not all of those sacks were his fault. Obviously, the offensive line was awful, but some of them he did run into and create pressure for himself. So
Yeah, and he
kind of take that into.
I guess he
account.
kind of had like a Burrow situation
Mhm.
where he had a bad offensive line, and
Yeah,
obviously
for
Burrow
sure.
got hurt, but we'll see. What was it, Burrow's sophomore season? He got the torn ACL?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see. With a better offensive line, I don't think Burrow really had that when he went to the Super Bowl, but it was definitely better than what he had the year before that.
Yeah, for sure. If we're going to, sorry, not going to. I was just gonna say, Commanders. I want to talk about a little bit about Commanders because just in our division, we've had a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, we're the Super Bowl champions. We're top of the throne right now. Everyone's looking to take us out. But I would definitely say, Cowboys freeing up, restructuring Dak's contract and restructuring CD's contract to get more cap room. They have to retain Michael Parsons, which is a huge part for them, obviously, on their defensive line, a superstar. But yeah, Cowboys are going to have some cap space this offseason coming up. Commanders are definitely going to have some cap space. They just released Jonathan Allen, who's been on the team literally for 8, 9 years. And they sucked all those years until just now. Now they release him. Kind of sucks. But, I mean, yeah, definitely to keep an eye out for the Commanders and Cowboys to make a lot of moves in the offseason, too. I definitely believe that'll happen because everyone's going to be in the market for defensive line.
Didn't the Cowboys just have an offensive lineman retire?
Yeah, Zach Martin.
Yeah, which is definitely not good for what they're trying to go for next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough for them. I'm not gonna lie, but they're again, they need a running back in the draft. I mean, Browns talked about this before. He would love Ashton Jeanty to come to his team, but
You need to trade up. Or what pick do they have?
12, he could fall to 12 realistically. I
Well,
think
let's Scatterville.
he'll go in the top of the second probably.
So you can probably wait out, or at least trade back or trade up to like the late first round and see if you can get him.
Yeah, I would take Scadaboo over like just for the value, like where he is exactly, because Scadaboo's gonna go in the second. It's probably easier for you to trade up in the second with the back end of the first than
Mm-hmm.
into
And then
the
maybe
top
get
10.
an offensive line first round or maybe QB.
I don't know. I don't even know what the Cowboys are gonna
They
do.
should get QB. Put him
What do you
behind
think,
Dak.
Rex?
Hmm?
What do you think?
I don't think he was listening.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Dude, we're talking about Dak. Get with the program. Yeah, toss
What-
me a bottle of water over there though. On some.
Dude, I can't reach it.
Come on, bro.
But I think for like the Cowboys' sake, they should just get a QB. Put him behind Dak for I don't know about the first round, but maybe get QB late.
I think Dak just sucks. Just get rid of Dak.
Well, he's got a few more years, so if you put someone behind him for 2-3 years, and then he's basically ready, and you get rid of Dak.
I think Dak's better. I think Dak is better than Daniel Jones.
Yes, that's all. That's
mean,
true.
It's close.
32 starting quarterbacks. I don't think he was in the top 32.
Yeah, dude, he was awful. Oh my god. But I mean, he didn't have much to work with either. But I mean, also you're getting benched for Tommy DeVito.
Is it 32 teams or is it 30?
No, it's 32. It's 32 teams.
Okay.
It is.
So I'm thinking like the NHL because they just expanded to 32.
I seen something with the NFL talking about they want to expand to an international like country. What country do you think should have an NFL team?
Somewhere in Europe, probably.
Someone in Europe?
I'd say like that's where you start.
Yeah, Europe.
Yeah.
I feel like
Like
Canada or London.
I was gonna say one of them.
I think the UK,
The
low
UK.
key, like London could be like a fire team.
I believe rugby's popular in like South America. I believe South America, so maybe down there, but I don't know if you want to risk going down there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so
I
maybe
mean, there has to be like it has to be a stable country, obviously, like a safe country where people can come in and out and not, get like held up by like the cartel or something.
yeah.
So
So if you go somewhere Europe, that's probably a safer option. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like London.
I think
That's-
London would be all right. I don't think the crime in the UK is that crazy, but is it crazy? I don't know.
I don't know. As of recently,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think like the new crime like nowadays is more of like cybercrime, like cyber attacks. and
Cyber,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of if you get into cybersecurity, it's a lot of money because that's what a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has a phone, so you basically have a computer in your hand,
Mhm.
and you can imagine how many times people just want to send phishing emails and try to get in your phone. But it's
Yeah, for sure.
but again, maybe go in Europe. I would probably say London.
What about France? Could France have a football team?
I heard France is dangerous too, though.
Is it?
I heard that.
I don't know. To be honest with you.
I mean, they're probably gonna look for a place that's gonna bring the most people in
Or the
to
most
watch.
money.
the most-
Yeah.
you know.
Australia.
That would be
Australia,
interesting.
There's a lot of crazy people over there. They're probably ready to get a team.
Australia would probably be cool, low key. Or like I don't know. Like I don't think you could put a foot like with Hawaii. Like Hawaii wouldn't work because it's an island. But like Hawaii's
Yeah,
big
but-
enough.
But Australia's huge.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
What
saying.
about
But
like
Yeah, but that's still United States, not like another
yeah, you're
country.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
something
That
like
is true.
Russia?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if they
I
play
don't
football in
think. Yeah, I don't
Russia.
think we could go to Russia. I think they would shoot us if we went to Russia. They don't like us.
It's
They'd
an
be.
organized sports team. They're getting money for it. They're not gonna.
Well, they play hockey.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they definitely do play hockey. Mitchkov, Mitchkov, the guy. Anyways,
How about before you
No,
you
go ahead,
start
go
your
ahead.
topic?
no, I wasn't gonna start a topic.
How about Victor Wembanyama and his crazy injury that
His
he
blood
now-
clots.
His blood clots in his shoulder.
His blood clots in his shoulder.
He's definitely
Dude.
out for the season, indefinitely.
Dude, he's already out for the season.
Yeah, he's
That's
out
what
for
I
the season.
said. I know.
What about Stephen A. Smith being confronted by LeBron? Did you see that?
About Brownie.
Yeah, about Bronny, bro. He
Yeah.
was like, he did not come to me as LeBron. He came to me as a parent and an adult, bro. I was geeking looking at that video.
What did you see? They're giving Stephen A. $100 million to now start talking about politics with sports.
No,
I thought
I thought it was with ESPN.
Yeah,
That's
it was
what I
like
meant.
ESPN.
Yeah,
It was like
that's what I'm
5
saying.
years, $100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got that written down somewhere. Not on this page.
Maybe.
We got a couple pages. Don't worry.
Now we're diving in deep.
Oh, we're super deep. We've been in deep. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
yeah. I mean, it's 12th episode now. I hope so.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What's it called? Christian Kirk got traded to the Texans for a 7th-round pick. Dude, there's been a lot of trades for just easy picks. You know, Christian Kirk got traded for a 7th. Like that's crazy. Debo got traded to the Commanders for a 5th.
Yeah, I think Debo's a little more that's a little more questionable. I think Kirk, he's a little more older. I'm pretty sure.
I think they're the same age.
Maybe.
I think
But-
I think they're the same age. I think they're both
Yeah.
like 20, 28.
You can still get some good players in the 7th round,
Yeah.
but
What's crazy is that Christian Kirk broke the market at first. Remember when he got that huge deal from the Jaguars and it was like $18 million a year? That's when the market started to go just straight downhill and it was just nutty.
and now where is he? At? Commanders? You said?
No, he's being traded to the Texans.
Oh, the Texans.
I was
Oh,
saying
more weapons.
Debo got traded to the Commanders for a 5th.
More weapons for CJ.
Yeah, for sure. The Jaguars are just falling apart though because they lose Christian Kirk and then they also released Evan Ingram yesterday. Like, what is your offense? Travis Etienne. Better say Trevor. That's his brother. Been watching too much college. Travis, and then
Trevor Lawrence.
but T. Law is just not. He's not good. Just has never blossomed into the quarterback he should have.
I mean, maybe they can get a good receiver in the draft. Hoping. I mean, I don't know if they're really in the stage of rebuilding right now. I guess they are now.
I think they need defense more than anything. Their run game was awful last year, and so is their pass defense too. Like their defense is just awful overall.
Did they get
At least you have Brian Thomas. That's it.
Did they have what's his name? Walker, the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Is it Walker?
Yeah. Trayvon Walker. Yeah, out of Georgia. Yeah, they took him one over Aiden Hutchinson. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a.
Now he's still had the last 2 years he's actually really flourished into his game and became a better pass rusher. So he's definitely better now than he was coming into the league, but that's why they took him. He was a developmental player. It was just he had such a high ceiling that's why they took him, which I could understand, but I don't know. At the first overall pick, I think the clear choice was Aiden Hutchinson, which I think it's been the clear choice so far in that draft class. So I don't know.
And then what receivers are on the market right now? Because I saw there was a post where there was over 10 receivers on the market. I guess Christian Kirk and
Christian Kirk, T. Higgins is on the market.
But he got franchise tagged.
He got franchise tagged by the Bengals, yeah. And then I think Stephon Diggs is on the market too.
Mm-hmm.
Tank Dell won't play the 2026 season, so I think that's why they traded for Kirk, really. But his 7th-round pick is really
Wait, Tank Dell's not playing?
No, because
it's ACL, MCL, everything's completely torn.
Yeah, everything is destroyed. Yeah.
How did you do that? What game was that?
I think later on in the season.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But
It was
they're shopping DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm. You can probably get something good for him.
And then Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin, it's sources say that his open market is supposed to be his starting point is supposed to be 25 mil plus a year, which he's coming off an injury, so you're gonna have to wait and see. I don't know if he's gonna get 25 plus mil a year. He could be a realistic number one, but you don't know how he's gonna come back from his injury. And DK, the thing with DK is that he's giant and he's fast, but he can't make contested catches. He's not a great route runner. He's not super shifty. He doesn't he's not creating a ton of separation. And when you can't create a ton of separation, you need to make contested catches, and he really doesn't do that.
So you think he should be a tight end?
I think he should just play running back. He's giant enough.
That's a big ass running back.
So is Derrick Henry. He would be the same thing as Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry weighs more, but
Are they the same height?
yeah, 6'3", right? Or Derrick Henry 6'2". I don't know. He's 6'3", I think. I think he's like 6'3", like 230, 240. DK Metcalf's like he's probably like floating around like 6'3", 220.
Oh, that picture of him in college where he's just shredded.
Oh yeah, dude, he looks like he's on like all those roids, bro.
Exactly.
Standing next to AJ Brown too. AJ Brown was ripped in that pick too. They're both ripped,
Yeah,
but
they're-
no, yeah, that picture went viral. I remember that. That's what like boosted his draft stock.
Yeah, because he was ginormous.
He was
Big
yeah,
shit.
yeah, he looked like the Hawk, dude. That was crazy. Or how about the fake video of him like jumping up like 9 feet to catch the football in the air? Did you see that
Oh,
He
video?
yeah.
does have hops.
Yeah,
I will
but
say that.
dude,
His
he
hops
jumped
are
like
crazy.
it was like the wall was literally like 10 feet high, bro. And he like jumped over the wall and caught the football. And it was just like a regular video. I was like, "There's no way this is real." And there's so many people saying it was real. I was like, "You can't jump 10 feet in the air. Like that's not possible."
Maybe.
All right.
You should play basketball.
You ever see the videos of him dunking a basketball?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I've seen Miles Garrett dunk a basketball too. That's vicious. That shit is vicious.
You think the
Could you
Eagles are getting
imagine
that?
No. I don't know. I don't think you have. I don't think you. Like you have enough to trade for him, but you don't have enough to retain him. And I don't really think it's worth it to give up some young guys and 2 firsts.
AJ Brown.
No,
I personally wouldn't.
I wouldn't give up AJ Brown for him. I'm not gonna lie. And the thing is that the Patriots called Philly about AJ Brown, and we declined. So
Well, Jake May needs someone.
yeah, I know, and they're shopping. They're gonna get a wide receiver one. They have $127 million in cap space. If you can't pay somebody to be there, then you simply suck.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you could give anybody in the league just any amount of money you want.
I mean, do you want to work under Robert Kraft?
I mean, he's not the worst in the world. He could be on the Browns.
Yeah.
Could be on the Browns. Dude, Myles Garrett literally asked to talk to the owner, and he declined the meeting, told him to talk to the GM, and then basically they have no intent of trading Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett has no intent of re-signing. So Myles Garrett is literally about to just sit out an entire year for no reason.
And he's getting,
And he's the best defensive player in the league.
was the 2017 draft?
Yeah.
So he's getting up to 8 years in the seat. 8 years?
28. 28 or 29.
Yeah, something like that. He's getting up
He's
there.
almost 30. He's
What was
1
what
or 2
was
years away from
what was
30.
JJ when he retired?
JJ? I think like 34, 35.
He's got a few years.
JJ Watt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 34, 35. Probably. I would say so. Because he had like his last stint with the Cardinals. Remember? Yeah. If DK is going to go anywhere, though, I think it's either going to be the Patriots, the Steelers, or the Panthers.
I think if he goes to the Patriots, he'll have a great run there.
With Drake May,
That'll probably be the best option for them.
I like him with the Steelers, low key. I don't know what it is, but I feel like him and Pickens would work well together.
That would low key be scary.
And who, Russ is the QB?
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I don't know. I think Jackson Dart really raised his draft stock. Like, did you watch the combine at all? I know you didn't watch the combine.
I didn't really, but I was gonna say something about him.
Watch the combine.
No,
you didn't watch it.
No, you
You
didn't.
did?
You see him? You see the one kid run the 4.22?
I don't know if anybody ran a 4.22.
I've seen it.
Who,
You gotta-
Xavier
good.
Worthy last year?
No, I don't think it was
It-
Xavier. I don't know.
I know.
True or false? Jalen Milroe threw in the combine.
False.
Damn, you smart, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You smart.
I mean, I was gonna say something about Jackson Dart, but we can get to that in a little bit.
Well, the thing is that Jackson, he looked pretty good passing at the combine, and Will Howard looked awful. He looked so bad. He was throwing it into the dirt.
Overthrowing, just completely like throwing behind them. It was just bad.
He looked terrible. Yeah, man. He
And-
looked awful.
My opinion on this upcoming draft, I think there's gonna be probably 2 QBs that make it like in the NFL.
Now, who you
I-
think that is?
I think it's Jackson Dart and Kyle McCord.
Hal McCoy. That's interesting. He did have a really good year at Syracuse.
I think he can be a solid quarterback. I think Jackson Dart would probably be the best. If he just understands situational ball and just calms down a little bit, I think he'll be one of the better quarterbacks. I think Shador just hasn't like everyone says an attitude problem.
I
Because
don't.
I saw that there was a post. It was like something about him with an interview
Yeah.
and just like being cocky with one of the owners, and then them just being like, yeah, we don't want this guy. And then he commented, "How do you know?" It's like, dude, you just don't comment at all. That's gonna ruin it. Like you're just kind of proving their point of you just saying something back to people.
Yeah. It's a little drawing,
Having
especially
to
when you
run your
haven't even
mouth.
been drafted.
Yeah, literally.
That's
It's
crazy.
Just running your mouth. That's not going to get you
And
anywhere.
the
but
thing is with like Shador, like I think he'll be all right, but I also think the thing is that he didn't play in great competition in college, and also you had, you know, quite possibly the best receiver in the country on your team.
yeah,
it's true.
So I mean, I don't. And your father was the coach. That's the reason you played quarterback. If it wasn't for Dion, he wouldn't have played quarterback. He would have played another position, and you wouldn't have heard about him that much. But he's Dion's son. It's the same thing with like every athlete's son. Like obviously you're gonna hear about it. I think he's a good athlete. I think when it comes down to his throwing, he needs some work for sure.
and and you don't throw at the combine. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, when you don't throw at the combine, like especially when like if you're not a top 5 lock, you should throw at the combine.
Like Joe Burrow, he threw. He should
Yeah.
not have thrown at all.
No,
Everyone knew where he was going, but
but hey,
he threw anyway.
but hey,
And it's how many quarterbacks, like successful quarterbacks, have a real attitude problem. Like Tom Brady, he didn't really have one.
no,
Eli, except for when he said basically "fuck off, Chargers. I'm not playing for you and your owner."
yeah. Who's the other? Who's the other?
Drew
dude?
Brees didn't
Drew
really
Brees.
have one. He played on the Chargers,
Yeah,
got
he sat
moved,
behind.
and then he became one of the best precision passers ever.
What
And
about Jalen Hurts?
I was going to mention him. He's a complete
He's still
opposite.
got this shit. He's still got some shit to work on.
Oh
now.
my god!
Yeah, he definitely.
But he was completely humble, Super Bowl champion,
That is true.
and someone like Johnny Manziel, where he was had one of the best freshman QB seasons ever, won the Heisman, and comes out with a shitty attitude, and that's what happens.
I mean, I don't know if it was
I mean-
a shitty attitude.
I mean,
think
it was a
just-
bad situation, but he didn't help himself.
Oh hell no, he didn't help himself. He just drowned himself in alcohol.
Exactly. It's the attitude that you're better and you deserve more.
Yeah, for sure. No, I definitely see what you're saying for sure.
And then like Jamarcus Russell, dude, he
Well, Jamarcus Russell, bro, they used to give him blank tapes, and he used to come back and be like, "Yeah, I watched cover 2." Like, bro, you didn't watch shit.
and
It
it's
was
an
a blank
attitude
tape.
problem, thinking that
Like-
he knows more.
Yeah.
And then like I don't need to read this. I can just do it myself.
Bro, and I think as soon as he got signed, right? Remember, like he requested like a crazy rookie deal. Like I think he got like 70 million for his rookie deal. Like, and it was just
Oh,
some absurd shit, and he just sucked. Like he just was terrible. And I think like probably like 5 years after he was out of the league, dude, he was like 300 pounds. He
Yeah.
gained so much weight, crazy.
And I saw a video. It was like if he went to dinner, he would eat the whole table.
That's crazy. Coming back to the Seahawks, I was gonna say, also Tyler Lockett got released. He's been there forever. He's literally been their go-to guy, which is crazy. He might just retire, to be honest. Like I don't even know, or he might come back on a vet deal. I don't know, but JSN #1 receiver next year. Now, I wanted to ask this question. JSN had a really good run in fantasy, even towards the back end of the season.
I think you traded him
I
to
did
me
trade him to you in the very
for
beginning.
for Ayuk.
For Ayuk in
That
the
was-
very beginning.
That was a great trade.
Yeah, I mean it worked out for both of us. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Ayuk
didn't you trade him?
I
think you
did.
traded
I
Ayuk.
did right before he tore his ACL, like literally like the week right before I traded him to Nick.
Yo, were you in the chip? Were you in the chip?
Nah, I came third, bro.
Yeah, I think I lost in semis.
I don't think
as well.
you were third.
Yeah, I came in third.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and Ted won. We won versus each other. And I think we both lost.
Yeah, because I lost to Nick
Shit
the
happens.
next round. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's all right. We get him next year. It's okay.
It's
I'm
alright.
I'm already planning. I got my draft board and everything. So.
Hollywood Brown, second
Oh
round
my
pick.
God!
I'm
Shut up,
telling you.
please. He's not going in the second round. If
Telling
you
you.
draft him in the
I know.
second round,
Said this last podcast. I'll say it again. It's gonna be his year.
Mark Andrews, baby. Mark Andrews.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go Sooners.
I know my picks.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Kyler Murray, Baker
CeeDee Lamb.
Mayfield. I'm putting Baker Mayfield at my receiver spot and Kyler at my quarterback.
Well,
That's what you
CD,
were
I
doing.
got like sixth or something like that. Fifth or sixth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lamar. What was that? What was that? What happened with Lamar recently?
What about Lamar?
I thought I seen something about Lamar. I might have to look for it, but
Getting his hair done or something? Like what?
No.
What did you? the fuck did you say? Like what?
I'll have to find it.
All right, you find that while I talk about this. Joey Bosa got released from the Chargers. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the Niners.
That wouldn't be bad.
It would be pretty. That'd be pretty cool. Two brothers on the same team, both edge rushers.
And they'll be healthy this season.
Yeah, for sure. Chargers obviously save a lot of money. They're Chargers to me, I don't know. They just need. They need a lot of help. They need a little more receiver help, to be honest with you, because just Lab McConkey ain't cutting it. Like he's a dog, but you need more, and you need more help for Herbert too, for sure. So
Who else do you have?
Quinn Johnson and Will Disley, and Joshua Palmer still. Which Joshua Palmer I actually don't think is that bad. I just you need an upgrade is all I'm saying.
When's free agency? Is it right now?
3 days,
So I think that's
4 days.
I think it's gonna be probably crazy. I think it's gonna be a lot of
It's gonna
signings.
be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of crazy shit going on.
I mean, last year was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I love the offseason. I think this is the best time of the year, to be honest, because you just get the most action. And it's just when people go to new teams, it's just fun to see, you know.
Because last year or the last 2 years, I think it was like the running back skate where there were just
Yeah.
a bunch of running backs moving, and it might be the receivers this year.
Yeah, for sure. Bobby Wagner goes back to the Commanders, 1-year deal. Nothing crazy, but I figured I'd throw that in just because it's the Commanders. They're interdivision with us, so you know. Terrell Bernard, who had an amazing year for the Bills, was the heart and soul of their defense. Popped off, had an incredible year. He earns himself a new contract with the Bills, a 4-year, $50 million extension, $25 million guaranteed. So pretty good for him. He was top 3 in the league with tackles. So I'm not even surprised. He had a breakout year. I'm just gonna keep kind of just scrolling down the list a little bit, but Max Crosby resigns, massive deal
Yeah, I
with the
saw
Raiders. That was crazy, dude. And I'm sitting here looking at it, 3 years, 106.5 mil, 91.5 guaranteed, highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. One, he got a bag, I understand, but any team that's a contender probably would have paid him that. Literally any team. He could have gone to any team in the league and they would have paid him that kind of money. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. That kind of money?
I mean, maybe not that kind of money, but it could have been a 4-year extension, maybe, I don't know, maybe $100 million.
Maybe he's just trying to get a bag right now, play a few years, and then maybe go to a contender.
Yeah.
Because the Raiders are nowhere near.
No, not at all.
They have no clue who the quarterback is.
That's not true. That's not true. Geno Smith is being traded to the Raiders for a 3rd-round pick. There you go. They got a quarterback right there. We just got that notification before the podcast. Geno Smith to the Raiders. What a dog. Dude, I'm telling you, Geno Smith is not that bad. It's just the offensive line. The offensive line is awful.
Well, now you got to decide, are you picking a QB in the draft?
That's true.
Because how long is Geno Smith going to be there?
I don't know if I would take a quarterback. Who's even going to be on the board for you?
It's these situations where you need a quarterback. It's not where you have no quarterback at all.
I just find it hard when it's kind of like the Panthers situation. Your team is so bad that you take quarterback, but the rest of the team around him is so bad that it kind of fails you.
Well, yeah, but if you maybe this, I mean, there's going to be QBs in the 3rd, 4th round.
Yeah, for sure.
So pick one then, and then obviously get
I like Kyle McCord to the Raiders.
That wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad, I don't think.
I mean, you're instead of these teams wasting the first round picks on QBs, you waste a third or fourth round because Daniel Jones, he was a first round pick.
Yeah.
That was Zach Wilson, he was a first round pick. Look at that. Like instead of wasting it on the first round pick it a little later, and you have a QB for the future potentially. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, totally.
But get your main piece first 2 rounds, maybe three, and then pick a QB later. Or if you want to actually go for it, pick in the first or second round. But that's obviously up to them.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, they need a lot of help on both sides of the ball, to be honest. They need offensive line, defensive line, secondary, linebackers. You could probably even go receiver at some point too. So the Raiders need a lot, but you got Pete Carroll. He's coming to the Raiders. You got Max Crosby. You got Geno Smith. I thought they had somebody else, the Raiders, but maybe I'm just hallucinating. I could have sworn they did, but whatever. Huge deal for Max Crosby. He deserves it, though. He's a great player, and he's going to be a Raider for life now, so.
Shout out Max Crosby.
Shout out Max Crosby. Zach Bond re-signs with Philly. This was huge. We talked about this last podcast. I think this is the biggest thing that the Eagles needed to do, and we did it. And he's coming back on a 3-year, $51 million deal, $34 million guaranteed. His original contract that we signed him on was 1 year, $3.5 mil.
Mm-hmm. Which is definitely a steal.
Which was an absolute steal. He made an All-Pro. Could have won Defensive Player of the Year. Probably should have, to be honest.
Well, now you just gotta wonder if it's a 1-year wonder or.
And that's what I said.
Yeah,
It's hard to say because you're 28 years old and that's your first good season. But also, he never started in any other, like game like the rest of his career. He was only a special teams player and a fill-in, a backup. But you come to a brand new scheme. Like, see, my thing is that he hopped right into a brand new scheme, not expecting to be this superstar player, and he snapped off. So I do think that you deserve it because you came to an entirely new team and you just made an All-Pro. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely deserve the money after that season. You win a Super Bowl for your team and are one of the best defensive players on that team. But now you got to keep it up.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only thing. You have to keep it up now.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. But the good thing is that we could talk about Saquon getting extended for 2 more years, making him the highest paid running back in NFL history. He gets $20 million his last 2 years of his contract. But what I put on my story as soon as it happened was, to the regular football fan, you don't really realize, why are you giving him a 2-year contract? He was already on a 3-year contract you just signed him to. You're moving the cap and you're pushing it back, so you're creating cap space for the present right now so we can,
win again.
Win again, exactly. So Howie's just a genius, man. I mean, he took the cap hit. Oh my God, I can't speak. He took the cap hit from $13.5 million to $6.8 million. Really big difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big difference if you think about it. You could do a lot, especially with Howie Roseman as your GM. So that's just something to look at.
Rex, did you find that about Lamar?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just been scrolling.
I can't find it. No.
Do you like the Saquon contract? I mean, he's here till 2029.
No, I'm perfectly fine with that.
He's here till
contract.
2029.
I'll give him any amount of money he wants.
You like that, huh? 2029. You think he deserved over $20 million a year?
Yeah.
That's
Damn
the
right.
highest
Dude, he
paid
hurt
running
somebody
back.
backwards. Who else has done that?
Nobody.
Backwards.
I don't even think like anybody in their right mind has thought of that once.
No.
Like ever.
Yeah, if you take a
That dude
blind
is a
shot
freak.
shot to the
That's what I'm
back.
saying. Like nobody wants to do that. And I wouldn't want to hurdle somebody not looking at him. Like I don't know what's coming next. You're just floating in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody could just spear you at any moment.
Ray
So-
Lewis coming from the side.
Hell no, bro. I would run away from Ray Lewis, dude. If I had to play against Ray Lewis, that shit's over with. Shit's over with. You couldn't pay me any amount of money.
Coach can bench me.
Yeah.
I'll play bench.
Imagine like doing an Oklahoma drill, like laying on your back, having to get up and run at Ray Lewis. I would shit myself.
He'll probably just stand there.
Yeah, he would. He would just clothesline you instead of tackle you.
What about Vontae Adams? being
Devontae
released?
Adams. Did he get
Oh
released?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
another receiver. That might be.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Dude, the New York Jets are falling off a damn cliff. Dude, they're in such cap hell.
Poverty.
they're in such cap hell because of Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Aaron Rodgers. They're the New York Packers. Like, because they signed all those Packers players and try to bring all these people in, they're in cap hell.
Mm-hmm.
And now Garrett Wilson wants the no extension, but you're going to give him an extension for over what, 25, $30 million a year, and he has no quarterback who can throw to him. What's the point?
Get the bag.
So it's just they're such a shitty organization. It's just like the Browns, dude. Like you, how are why? Like I just don't know how you're running an organization like this. It's just sad.
I mean, you take a chance. It's what happens. You want to take a chance. You want to keep
Yeah.
people together. Maybe you can win in a different scenario, but obviously,
Yeah, but they went out and just did the absolute most, you know. And it's just the simple fact that where did they think they had a chance for Rodgers though? Like he didn't play well throughout those first 8 games, and then they're in week 8, and they're like, let's trade for Devontae Adams. That's what's gonna get us over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was not gonna get you over the hump, dude, at all. So I just don't really understand where they were trying to go with it. They were just trying to bring in all of Aaron Rodgers' ex teammates.
maybe he told them to do it.
I mean, maybe he did. I have no clue, but Aaron Rodgers is still one of the goats.
And where is it? Isn't he? Is he a free agent or is he wanting to leave?
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's going to the Vikings. He's gonna
Browns,
He's
baby.
gonna create
Browns.
the Brett Favre triangle.
My
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Packers, Jets, Vikings. He's gonna create the Brett Favre triangle again.
Maybe the Browns.
Hell no, bro.
Might as
Oh
well
my
retire.
god,
Dude, they
Browns.
they are in so much like deep shit. Like Deshaun Watson, I think they're trying to restructure his contract.
They already did. I think they
But,
already
like-
did restructure his contract.
I mean, they're such a bad organization.
Oh,
I mean,
terrible.
You get rid of Baker Mayfield because you think that you have a chance with Deshaun Watson after all those scandals. After all of that, you give him a bag, guaranteed money.
Yeah, bro.
Like his contract was almost fully guaranteed, and you say, "Yeah, let's quit on the quarterback that brought us to the playoffs for the first time in how many years?"
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, bro.
And then he's a fucking bum.
Just wild. And Baker literally relived his entire career. And I love Baker. I think Baker, in this during the season, I was saying Baker was better than Jalen Hurts. So that just goes to show, like
He's a dog.
an organization really does make a difference. It really does for a lot of
Situation.
teams. Yeah,
Like-
Giants, and
It-
Saquon. So yeah, it's just it goes to show definitely for sure.
We could keep. I'm gonna keep with the Eagles for a little bit. Eagles released Slay. Could return on a vet deal. I'm sure you guys seen all the talking he was doing on his podcast, and he was said something and then CJ Gardner started wigging out, and it was just oh my god. There's just been a whole span of stuff. He said on a live stream if the price was right, he would go to the Commanders. He said that he was listing elite quarterbacks and left Jalen Hurts out the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another clip of him saying he was like, "Oh, the vet that's going to lead the team next is probably going to be Reed Blankenship." But it was just I don't know, man. It was just a leader is going to be a leader. I think CJ Gardner is a leader. I think Reed's a leader. I think any older person who's been in the league is a leader, and which would be a veteran as well. So I don't really understand. I don't think Slay's gonna return anymore. Definitely not. There is a possible reunion, but I think the possible destination.
They said they're releasing him.
They
They
did
did.
release him,
They
but I'm
did.
saying he could come back on a veteran deal.
Because he was
just-
getting paid too much.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You could just restructure and sign him again. But I think the best destination for him to go probably is back to Detroit.
Didn't he
I seen that, and I also seen the Ravens. The Ravens need secondary help, so I could understand why he would go there too.
Was it him, or was it CJ that went to Detroit and then came back?
There's CJ.
Okay, because he
Slay came from Detroit.
yeah, like CJ said he hates Philly fans and then he came back. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro, he dead ass though. He really did not like us. He was like, "Oh, y'all are the worst fans in the world." Then came back and won a Super Bowl. Stop talking shit.
Yeah, but Slay, he can do what he wants.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
He probably just keep him away, not
Yeah.
bring him back in
I
for
think
the drama.
I think it'll be
You already got
alright.
enough drama in the locker room.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think Coop is a good boundary corner. Obviously, not Coop. Um, Q is a good boundary corner. Coop is a good inside corner. Now you're just kind of worrying about that other boundary corner position. I would look to re-sign Isaiah Rodgers on a vet deal if you could for a 1 year deal. But also you have Kaylee Ringo. I don't know if he's gonna really flourish into his spot. He was all right his rookie year. He wasn't great, but then again, it's it's about development. We'll see when the season comes around and training camp and everything. But I would expect Howie to go after a cornerback in the draft as well. So you know,
I mean, they have plenty of talent all around. So
oh yeah,
they can really pick and choose what they want in the draft and where they want to.
yeah, totally.
You have a lot of options. You can go offensive line, build more depth.
I think the next thing you need to do is sign Makai Becton. Get him back on a deal.
Who's at safety for them?
Reed Blankenship and CJ.
Yeah, I don't really know like what you would really need,
A
except
boundary
maybe
corner.
like a linebacker.
No, you don't need a linebacker. Well, N'Kobe don't come back till week 4 of next season. I would re-sign Orion Burks, who played for us in the playoffs. He wasn't terrible.
But I mean, you're looking for the future.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
totally understand, but I think that I don't know if I would draft a linebacker though.
What are you gonna draft? A defensive end or
Yeah, I would draft a defensive end. I would draft a defensive tackle. I would either
another defensive tackle?
yeah. We're losing Milton Williams.
Don't you have Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith?
Yeah,
Or Smith and Edge?
Smith is an edge. So
Alright.
BG leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Slay leaves. Um, Josh Sweat leaves. That's our edge. He's a rotational edge. Milton Williams leaves. Defensive tackle. He was huge for us. So yeah, I would draft defensive end. I would try and go after a defensive tackle as well, either draft or a vet. And same as offensive line. If you can't retain Becton, I would either throw Steen in there, who's been sitting for the last 2 years, but he's been a rotational guy. He's been filled in for injury and stuff. He knows he knows the offensive line. He knows the team. So he's not new to the league. He's been in the league. So either him or go after another rotational veteran, or it depends how the board falls. But I think in the first round you definitely have to go after edge.
Yeah, you can
And
probably get a really good one.
I think that's what Howie's gonna prioritize, because everyone on the our entire offense is locked up until 2029. Besides Dallas Goddard, and that's a big one because I think we can move off of Dallas Goddard because he's 30 years old and he's entering the last year of his deal and his cap hits like $12 million. So it'd be interesting to see if we move on from Dallas Goddard because he had a good. He's been good for us. He's been great for us. He had a great, playoff run, but I think it's time to move on from Dallas Goddard. You can't stay healthy for more than 12 games. So,
But do you really need? I mean, everyone could use a tight end, but do you really need that many weapons?
no, you don't. That's what I mean.
It's like you could put like not like a mid tight end, like just someone that can like block a lot and then maybe catch a ball a few times.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't really need like an outstanding like receiving tight end like Kelsey.
No, I agree with you. I think Grant Calcaterra is not that bad. Our backup. I think he was pretty decent.
It wasn't bad at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. I know he was an Oklahoma boy. I had this written down. Milton Williams is projected. His contract is 3 years, 45 mil. So there's no way you're going to be able to afford that. And then another thing that I seen was numerous sources indicate the Eagles will likely be in the running to sign edge rusher Khalil Mack. He's 34 years old. He's a little older, but Khalil Mack is still Khalil Mack. He had 17 sacks last year. He kind of dropped off a cliff in 2024. I'm not gonna lie, he had like 6 sacks, but his pressures were still good. His pass rate was still good, like his percentage. So, and I think he would be good as a rotational player, just like we had, Robert Quinn or any of those older guys we had during these couple last playoff runs who filled in as veterans and have been good as rotational pass rushers. So it's just gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going down within the next 4 days. A lot of people getting traded, re-signed. So it's just something to all keep an eye about, really. So yeah, definitely. Rex, what do you think? Been mighty quiet over there, like a mouse.
Go Birds.
Come on, dude.
Oh my
Give me
God.
something.
Go
Give me
Birds.
something. Give me something. Give me a take. Give me a hot take.
Hot take.
What about the combine? Tell us some stuff.
Tell us about the combine. Who ran that 4.22?
I can find that for you.
All
but,
right, fine.
You know what?
You
You know what I was reading that I don't think's a good idea.
What?
Giving Amari Cooper good money.
What?
I don't think he's that good.
I mean, bro,
think
what?
it's
I think
overrated.
Amari Cooper's tough.
Who's he with now?
I beg to
It's the
differ.
Bills.
Yeah.
Josh Allen could use a receiver.
Josh Allen's new contract extension is supposed to be like 6 years, $390 million. Predicted.
Getting that bag. They could probably use a receiver, and then maybe they sign Slay.
I don't know about all that.
Who do you have? Keon Coleman, Cooper.
And Don Kincaid and Dawson Knox. And James Cook wants like $16 million a year, and they don't want to give it to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Who ran the 4.22, dude? Like a
I guess
freaking
it
turtle,
didn't happen.
bro.
I guess it didn't happen.
Exactly.
It didn't happen.
I
It was
think
last
I think
year.
it was Xavier Worthy last year,
It
and
was-
they were
yeah,
just
it's literally what I
re-showing it.
said.
And they were just re-showing.
That's literally
Yeah,
what I said.
and the other Texas receiver was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat that," and then
And he
he
ran a
4.4.
4.4.
He wasn't even the. I
I
think,
seen that, bro. Isaiah Bond,
and I think someone else from Texas ran faster than him.
Matthew Golden.
Yeah,
Matthew Golden low key might go in the top 15. Like he had a crazy combine, crazy playoff run. Bro, he was literally the number one target for Quinn Ewers.
No cap.
So
Is Quinn? Did Quinn?
he
declare?
threw. He threw.
Oh, he declined. Oh,
He threw at the combine. Trust me,
maybe that's someone
he
that
looked way better than Will Howard. Tell you that.
maybe that's someone the Raiders could pick late in the round, like a late round.
I didn't. Maybe I didn't see Will Howard honestly really complete more than 5 balls. the
He's probably-
entire time. He
he's-
looked so bad. It wasn't even funny, man. I was
And-
like, this is one of the worst combine performances ever.
And it's like he's on a team that was stacked,
Mm-hmm.
so like his draft stock might be like bad now.
Yeah, cooked. Like plummet. It really did plummet. I'm not gonna lie. But so did Shador's. Like I don't even know if Shador's a top, like a lock for the top 3 anymore. I had him in my mock draft in the top 3.
I say he was out of the first round.
Sheesh. He could,
Top
dude.
15.
Who was one? I forget what was that player that was supposed to go. Well, Nolan Smith was supposed to go in like the top 20, and he fell to 31. There was another player though who was like supposed to go 1, and he fell all the way.
Jalen Carter was supposed to go like top 3, and then he
fell to
dropped
8.
because of the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, car
the
crash.
car crash.
Well, he didn't kill him. It's I try to explain this every time.
Well, yeah,
somebody
because they're
says that.
racing. Like,
Yeah.
weren't they trying to race and then
Yeah,
down there?
they were in total separate cars, which I understand. But like, bro, like the people who be on social media is like, dude, he killed somebody.
It
Like,
was in the car.
no, he didn't. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's not murder. Like, it's sad. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not supporting racing, but I'm just saying, he didn't kill him. They were just racing, bro. You know.
Literally.
I'm sure he didn't want to. I'm sure he wants his friend alive too.
Yeah, after they just won the national championship.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Like, that was
like,
his
right?
buddy.
Drawing. So, there's gonna be a lot of things, man, coming up with the off season. I'm freaking excited. I can't wait till people start getting traded and everything, and then I'm like, oh man, start to rub my hands together and shit. I'm like, oh man, who's on this team? Who's on this team? Start playing out my fantasy board.
NHL trade deadline was today, 3:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flyers get anybody?
No, we traded away a few people.
Oh shit.
We had 3 trades.
Fill us
trade-
in.
Traded Scott Lawton and a 4th and a 6th, I believe, for a first round pick, and then Nikita, I forget his last name. He's just a prospect. But getting a first round pick for Scotland was what we wanted, and then to add a prospect on top of that was what like even better. And then Kuzmenko, who we got in the trade for Frost and Farabee, traded him in the 7th for a third round pick to the Kings. Which isn't bad because Kuzmenko was a free agent after this year. So after the season was ended, we would have to negotiate with him.
Yeah.
So getting a third round pick for someone that might not even sign
Yeah.
after the year is
That's
Mhm.
a deal.
it's just another asset. And then there was one more,
What's our record right now?
not that good. I mean, we still have a chance.
Shit in the bed.
Still have a chance in the playoffs, but I mean, stuff
It's a
happens.
build in progress.
But one
Yeah, I
big
know.
trade that happened was the Boston Bruins captain Brad Marchand got traded to the Florida Panthers.
Damn.
So, and he's one.
Oh,
Of,
did he really?
yeah. So he's like one of the most like annoying players to play against because he's like you'll get in your face and just like do some stupid shit like slash you randomly and like
He's
Just-
dirty.
yeah, just stuff like that that like
Type of
gets
player I am.
Yeah.
And the
He
pa-
reminds me of you a lot.
and like just players like that like in the playoffs are very annoying and like that's how you win. And he's a
That
very
is being a pest, like Patrick Beverly.
and
There
the
you go.
Panthers are the defending Cup champs, so like get someone like him
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
true.
gonna really like
Two beat.
really help you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there's a few other trades. It wasn't really that hectic, so we'll see in the free agency. The last one was Eric Johnson for some random winger. It was just a deed to him because he was basically on and off guy in the lineup,
Mm.
but we traded him back to Colorado where he won the Stanley Cup just to give him like a chance to win it again with
Oh, sure.
with them. So it was more of a favor to him. So
Did him a favor. All
Yeah.
right.
and then so this upcoming free agency, which should clear up a lot more cap. So maybe they sign a lot more people, but
How much is the cap for NHL? Not much, right? Because they don't get paid, crazy.
it's like right now it's about 82 million. I think
Jeez.
it's gonna raise to 85, 86,
They
and
need to
it's
bump that shit.
yeah that it's going up this
Year
this
by
upcoming
year.
season. Yeah, and then it's gonna go up like 3 more million and up. So that's really gonna
makes
help
sense.
a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's kind of like like I feel like we talked about this last time. It's kind of like it's slowly on the rise of everyone starting to build the cap space because the NFL is doing it too. I don't think it'll ever be like baseball where it's
No.
it can't there's no cap at all like that. That'll just because we said that can't work for
I
football.
don't know how you
It's-
can like
you
have
can't
no
do that.
cap.
You can't do that. You can't do it for football. Like you can't do it for a lot of teams. You can't do that for soccer. You
Mahomes
couldn't
will
do
get
that for-
fucking $100 million a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, you literally be paying people, all this money who don't even play. Like,
And like what? Shohei's getting $800 million over 20 years.
yeah, Juan Soto gets 765 over 15.
It's
Like-
insane.
I'd take that instead.
Yeah,
More money.
and it's also like,
Maybe Shohei might be 15 over 30 years because I think they backloaded it.
yeah, and it's probably the same way with Soto too. Like, I think they're gonna backload his contract too. No. What was Bryce's original contract with us? It was like
300?
10 years, 300 mil. Yeah, and it constantly goes up every single year.
That's
So,
insane.
yeah, I don't
know his
understand how
new
baseball.
contract.
I don't know his new contract either, but I'm sure it's absurd.
I think it was like it might
We're
have
like
been in
we
the
we
threes
pay the
still.
most money. We're like the second team who paid the most money in the league to players,
But like imagine that.
Not surprised.
and we can't win shit.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's like getting $40 million a year, I think.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I think it's a good contract.
What?
But-
What?
But
You're smoking.
as well as that's half of an NHL
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
yearly
Yeah, that's a
salary.
whole team.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
But like the Toronto Maple Leafs are kind of doing that because they have the Big Four. That's what they call them, and they take up half their cap. They're all getting paid at least like $10 million a year. It's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, Kyler Murray doesn't deserve $40 million a year, but hey, he got it. So
You got the bag. He can
Dude,
run.
he probably
He can
earned,
run.
like if anything, I'd give him like 20 million a year. There's no way in hell I would give him 40. Bro, Jamar Chase wants $40 million a year. I'd way rather have Jamar Chase play quarterback than Kyler Murray. Yeah, you heard me. We running Wildcat all day long. Jamar Chase. He playing quarterback, receiver, tight end. He gonna play offensive line, backup tight end,
That was
fullback, H back, wing.
So would you trade Kyler Murray straight up for Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I would.
So who's gonna play QB?
Fuck it, the punter.
Trick play, baby, trick play.
I'm gonna throw the punter in there. Nah, I have no
All
clue.
right,
I don't even
so-
know who their backup is.
it's the off season now.
Chase
So
Soul.
going by 2024, right?
Yeah.
What do you think were the top 5 QBs of the 2024 season?
The 2024 season.
Yeah.
Josh Allen at 1,
Okay.
Lamar at 2.
Okay.
This past season?
Yeah. You after him because
I would say I probably put I don't know who would be at 3. I guess Mahomes would be at 3, even though he didn't have the most amazing season, but he did go 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl. But he lost to Hurts, so I don't know if I could put Hurts over Mahomes.
Are you wait? Are you talking about this past season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
What?
I think he's talking about who was the most paid.
no. I'm talking about like
Who do I think was the best?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
we're
I said
Okay.
Josh Allen, Lamar, P. Mahomes. Yeah. I'm like blanking right now. Just Jared Goff was pretty alright. I think I'll throw Baker Mayfield in my top 5. And then I think I put Jalen Hurts at 5. I put Baker at 4, and I put Mahomes at 3.
Okay.
That's kind of weird, I know.
Is that-
Like
is
Justin
that-
Herbert was really good. Jared Goff was really good.
Yeah, but
I don't
those
wanna
were the
disres-
5 that really
Oh,
stood out.
oh, actually, no, I'm capping. I'm not gonna lie. I'm capping.
Who you gonna say?
3,
Mm-hmm.
I got Joe Burrow.
Okay.
And then 4, I got Mahomes, and then 5, I got Baker.
Yeah,
and
Joe
then
Burrow had
Hurts
like
would be at 6.
Joe Burrow had like 4,900 yards this year.
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that.
I was blanking on who was the third person I was leaving out. So
What about
that's
you, Andy?
that's so.
Probably. I'll go from top to bottom. Probably Burrow.
Baker Mayfield at 1.
I'll say-
Kyler Murray at 2.
I'll probably put Burrow. Then maybe Allen, Hurts, Lamar, then Baker.
No Mahomes.
No Mahomes. I mean,
I like that.
I could
think-
understand. I could
I think
understand
they
why.
like. He's a very good quarterback, but I think he just squeaked by like a bunch of games.
Bro, I think he's still the best quarterback in the league. though.
Obviously, but this past season, I don't think he was. I think
No,
if you,
he had some fraudulent wins for sure.
like the one game it was like 13-9 or
Yeah,
something.
bro won like 4 games off of field goals.
And like there was like most of the games were 1-score games. I mean, he's definitely. I mean, he's the best quarterback, but this past season he wasn't the top quarterback.
No, yeah, definitely for sure. I think, to me, I think Josh Allen was the top quarterback this year.
I mean, you could probably switch out Baker and Mahomes on my list, but I think Baker really. If he had Chris Godwin, they probably would have done way better.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. And plus, right before Godwin got hurt, Baker was slinging it, bro, and Godwin and Mike Evans were doing really well.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do believe that too. And dude, Baker wiped us clean. He said
Facts, he did.
he
Yeah,
he bro he bent us over and spanked us
Literally.
when we came into Tampa Bay. I'm not even gonna lie,
Boy.
whooped our ass. But that's okay. We won a bowl. But I'm just saying, like yeah, I think Baker. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Baker, man. Even though I'm a hater against Oklahoma.
Shout out
But-
Baker, man.
Shout out
Yeah, for
Baker,
real.
man.
I got the jersey and everything.
All right, that's where we end the podcast.
The Browns jersey.
Nah, no cap. You
Shout
guys-
out Jalen Hurts. Shout out Saquon Barkley. Shout out Max Crosby again.
Shout out Max Crosby.
Shout out Austin Eckler,
Shout out. We just shouting out anybody.
wherever he might be going. I
I
mean,
think he's still in the Commanders.
is he staying there or
Was he on a 1-year or 2-year deal? I think he was on a 2-year deal.
we'll see.
I don't know. You guys got anything else to add?
No.
Let's go Flyers.
Birds.
Let's
go
Flyers.
Flyers. Phillies are coming up. They
Sixers
I
suck.
I seen they just lost like 17-7 the other day in training camp or some shit. I was like, oh my god, that's terrible.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
Sixers stink. We won't even start with them. Joel Embiid's about to medically retire after this season, so It's all just going downhill for Josh Harris
And
and
I
the
think
76ers.
then Maxey was like injured the other day, didn't play.
Yeah.
So he's in and out of the lineup. I don't know.
The good thing is that Quentin Grimes has played 11 games and has 3 30-point games, and Paul George has played almost the entire season and has 0 30-point games. He's a freaking bum. He's literally Tobias Harris 2.0. Tobias Harris is better than Paul George this year. When Tobias Harris was on a $184 million contract, he was poop. Goes to the Pistons. He's good again. Paul George comes on a max contract. Poop. It's just the 76ers. Like, we're just...
They just
And
come here and
luck-
steal our
luck
money,
is just
I guess.
ass.
And then it was like I saw the post. It was like top 10 like most, I guess, notable athletes in Philly, and like Paul George was up there. I was like,
Bro, at 8. He was at 8.
it's like, dude, like TK or Matvey Michkov would definitely be up there.
Dude, anybody but Paul George, bro.
He's
Like, there were some people on there saying Joel Embiid shouldn't even be on there right now.
yeah, but
Everyone knows Joel
Everyone
Embiid,
knows
though. Yeah, if you're from the
Yeah.
city, you know Joel Embiid.
like I didn't even know Paul George was on the Sixers till like this year.
All right. All right. Take it easy.
Like who's PG?
Who is PG?
Take it easy.
Paul George.
I don't know.
PG 13.
Michkov.
Mitchkov. All
Oh,
right.
dude, I gotta show you this video after.
We're gonna end it on Mitchkov right there. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 12 of the podcast, Just Live Sports. Check us out on Instagram. I keep all the updates there. Keep up with everything. Post a bunch of sports stuff. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, being with me today.
Appreciate being here.
Shout out Just Live Sports.
Shout out Max Crosby too
Yeah, man.
on the guys. All right, peace.